Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, April the 1st, and this is Engaging Spiritual Depth for today. I don't know about the rest of you, but I am feeling very anxious about being cooped up in the house and only being able to go out for limited things. I'm feeling kind of grumpy about all the stuff that I hear, and I don't like being away from people, and I miss everybody in the church, and it just is it's a time when I'm feeling kind of anxious. I don't know about you, but I don't like this. So today I wanted to talk about something sort of practical. It's an ancient tradition or an ancient spiritual practice called guarding your spirit. And I can think of three things, and I got some of this from Kathy Kelsey at my seminary, and some from books that I've read over the course of my seminary career and things like that. In guarding your spirit, I sort of came up with three things that I think might be helpful for us. One, you'll notice that I usually try to look a little bit nicer when I do these chats, but I decided to get out of the house today, and I went for a walk/run, and I feel a lot better after having done that. So if you're able to get outside, by all means do so. Try to break up your day with a little exercise. There are some of us that are in assisted living or we're older, it's a little more difficult. But to the extent that you can get up and move around and get your blood moving, for me, I find that extremely helpful. Another thing that I would suggest is controlling your environment to the extent that you're able to with regard to the news. Choosing when to take in the news. I've found that since I've started turning off the radio and the TV, and choosing when I want to take in the news and the vehicle by which I want to take the news in, I find myself a little bit less anxious. I know a lot of us live alone, and maybe don't have some, that television or that radio tends to fill the emptiness of the space. But to the extent that you're able to control that, choose when to take in the news, and then choose when to turn it off. And I found for me that has been a tremendous help, not to have that dialogue running all day long in the background. And then I would also say, fill up your soul or your spirit with positive things, positive self-talk. And I don't mean Pollyanna sort of talking, oh, everything's going to be great, or I'm just fine, or God's going to take care of all of this in a way that's going to be perfect for me. I mean some real positive self-talk. I've talked about some spiritual practices of slowing down and taking note of things around you. And this is a wonderful time if you're able to focus on your breathing and you're able to get outside. Take notice of the new sprouts that are coming onto the trees and the leaves, the song, the birds singing in the air, and just try to relax and take all that in. As you breathe in, try to breathe in the goodness of God all around you, and as you exhale those feelings of anxiety or fear or uncertainty, and be very mindful about it as you're doing it. Breathe in the goodness of God and focus on it, and exhale the anxiety that you may feel. I talked to you about an app. I think I talked to you yesterday about an app that I find very helpful in the mornings when I read scripture. And it's this app right here where the cross is, and it's called Daily Prayer. And if you go to your favorite app store, Google or Apple, I have an iPhone, and just type in PCUSA Daily Prayer, you get this menu, and it's a wonderful way to sort of get grounded in the morning. And today's psalm I just thought was so perfect. It's Psalm 57. Be merciful to me, O God, be merciful to me. For in you my soul takes refuge. In the shadow of your wings I will take refuge until the destroying storms pass by. And it goes on more, but again, PCUSA Daily Prayer. And I think that it's free. There's a part of it that's a pastor's um, reading as well, and that has a lot of the confessions and things like that in it. I find them helpful, and I think it's $3 a year, maybe something like that. But I think that it's free. And then also having something playing in the background of your mind that's positive during the day. Perhaps some of you are familiar with a poem or I guess a poem, but a prayer written by Reinhold Niebuhr called the Serenity Prayer. And I like to sometimes keep this running in the back of my head. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So maybe a favorite psalm, a prayer. Sometimes when I wake up at night and I can't go back to sleep, I just sort of slowly recite the Lord's Prayer, very slowly, and think about each word as it sort of goes over my mouth and my mind. And that I find comforts me and helps me, usually helps me fall back to sleep within the first one or two times of saying it. So hopefully this will help you guard your spirit a little bit. And bless you, bless you, bless you. And I will see you again tomorrow. God bless.